Hello, welcome to this video. In this video we will try the Taack UI PLM with FreeCAD 1.0 RC1, and we will also use a Raspberry Pi with a M2 hard drive as a main server. So it's a Wi-Fi connected, and we will use FreeCAD on this computer, on my desktop computer. So FreeCAD is installed, 1.0 is installed in the Raspberry Pi using Raspbian, and also in this computer. Okay, so now we will start to install the PLM on the Raspberry Pi. So here I am logged into this Raspberry Pi using Wi-Fi. I create a tutorial folder. Then I clone the intranet. From GitHub. I also clone the PLM in itself. And I also clone the intercom application. Now we have three different folders, two applications and the intranet, which is the server, the container application. So we go into the intranet and we first check it's working correctly. To do so, we launch a special Gradle task. There is a Gradle wrapper into this folder, and we use the task called tasks. So the tasks fail because I am not using the right Java version. So I have to use Java 17 and Java 17, and we are using Java 22. So it's a little bit too high for our project. So we need to install the old version of Java, which is the default one on Debian. But we install also the latest version. So we use the JDK 17. Now if I relaunch everything, the Gradle tasks, it should work after a while. I already downloaded the dependencies, so it should be fast enough. Okay, it took 24 seconds to accomplish, and here we have all tasks provided by the Gradle command, Gradle wrapper. In fact, the intranet is not, the server is not located into intranet folder, but it's located into server folder under intranet folder. So if we launch tasks for the server, we have another list of possible tasks, but this way, doing this command, issuing this command, we see if everything is working correctly. And here, in those tasks here, there are two very important tasks, which is boot run, which allow us to test using checking the file system for changes. So there is no jar involved. It's a development task, and also assemble, which will build the application in itself in a self-contained jar. So we will call, as we are on a Raspberry Pi, I prefer to call directly the task assemble to assemble the binaries. It will take some time to compile, so I pause the video. Okay, now the compilation is complete. It took around 1 minute and a half to accomplish. So we have built the binaries into the build folder, into the server folder, into the intranet. So let's launch it. Server. the binaries is called server 0.6.jar. So it's launching. Now, using Java 22 this time, we don't use the export parameters, export Java home parameter. And the application is heavy because okay, so it's now loaded. The IP address is not okay, it looks it's working. I just have to install the PLM and the intercom application and everything will be okay. So to do so, I go into the hub folder and I install, I create two symbolic links from PLM to here and also for the intercom. I rebuild the application server. Okay, the server has been built in 2 minutes, little bit more, because we added some new plugin. So now if we refresh the page, first we have to start the server. Okay, the server is starting. It's a little bit heavier than previously. Nevertheless, it should start in less than 20 seconds. Which is okay given we are working on a Raspberry Pi. Okay, so the server now is now up. I can log in using my the default password. And here I have two new applications, intercom application. And also, so the first time you click on intercom is slow because it has markdown and a lot of ASCII doctor contents, so it has to translate those contents into HTML code. So the first time it's slow. But it could be interesting because in fact you can publish documentation. It's a kind of blog, with technical content. But this is not the PLM, so I will go back into the PLM and stick to it. So the PLM app has to be configured. We don't have FreeCAD configured at the moment, so I will have to find a way to configure it properly. But all other apps are working, and we have created many users in the database before launching the FreeCAD, and so we use the new interface and it looks correct. Okay, so now I will configure the path from FreeCAD. If you look at the configuration file into the project folder, into the Raspberry Pi, it is contained into the server folder, and conf, configuration, and application.yml. And here you have all the available parameters to the Java virtual machine. In fact, in the Raspberry Pi, we have installed FreeCAD into the root of the home directory here, and it's the app image coming from the internet, because I don't need protobuf, so I can use the app image if we don't install Python extension into the system. So in this, I don't want to recompile again FreeCAD changing the configuration, so I will just add parameters to the Java virtual machine when I launch the process. Okay, so I already tapped everything. In fact, we have PLM FreeCAD pass somewhere in the configuration. PLM.FreeCAD pass, and what we do is we set the correct path directly from the command line launching the server. So what we will do is we use, as I said, FreeCAD app image. We use XFB run to launch FreeCAD without user interface. We don't use single instance. I don't know why with this configuration it doesn't work properly. We don't use Western because I use all the Qt5 implementation of FreeCAD and it doesn't cope well with Western. And we doesn't use off screen. We use only so XVFB run. I will, whatever, all those parameters are written here, in fact. So now I can launch again the server. Okay, so now I am on my laptop, on my desktop computer. I can launch FreeCAD. FreeCAD is using Qt6, so it's under Wayland natively. So I now open a model. I think I will choose a Nema Motor. This one. So it's a basic motor. And I install the Taack PLM framework. I will check there is no, so to do so you go in under edit and preferences. Tools, manage plugin, and you have a Taack PLM plugin. So I think it's up to date. Okay. No updates. Okay, so I can launch it. I put the IP address of the Raspberry Pi with a trailing slash, as I said before in the previous video, and I enter the credential. And if it's okay, the connect should be green. Okay, it's okay. So now I upload the model. So many bodies. Okay, it should be okay now, I think. I uploaded the file directly. No, you are supposed to update bodies or features. So if I refresh the page, I notice this new line here, and the preview is being computed by FreeCAD. Okay, it looks correct now. I do have to refresh the page. I don't know why, but here I have the model computed onto the Raspberry Pi. I open onto FreeCAD. So this is the first version. I can update some parts, some things. Like, let's say I want to update this part into, I change the color of this part. I upload again the model. Okay. And now if I refresh the page, the parts page, I forgot to save the file. So first I have to save the file, and then you can update the latest version. I updated the same version, so there is no update on the server. Now I save the file and then I update things. So if I refresh the page, I should have, I trigger a new version of this file. So it should take, yes, it's already done. So now if we look at this file, we have two versions, and we can download the two, each version. Another exercise we can show is we can download an existing part, an existing assembly by this one. And edit it in order to be able to so I extract the assembly I just downloaded. It's better to use another folder because files are not embedded into a folder. I launch again FreeCAD. And this time I open the cube. So the cube will be used in two assemblies, and I would like to know if I change the cube, how does the two assemblies differ? Okay, so this is used in an assembly already. I want to create another assembly. So we'll create one file. Let's do some kind of basic design. To the XY plane. Okay. Protrusion. Okay. Hexagon. And now we create the assembly in itself. Let's call it third assembly. To have a name to remember. I prefer to create a part, and then inside this part create two links. Part 1, part 2. Ah no, okay. Si je fais ça. Okay. Okay, so I create my two bodies. I can check the sphere is on the other side, and now I can move those links into the part and do some Boolean operation like this. Okay. So I save this assembly. Everything is saved. I can upload it to the PLM. Okay, each time I restart, I have to enter again the credentials. I don't know how to keep those parameters. Okay, it's connected, and it has been uploaded. Now, if I go back into the web browser, I can see that this body has a new version. No, it doesn't update the version actually, but it's used in two assemblies. This one we just do, and this one, the previous one from which I keep it. So what I want to show is that in fact the same body has been used in two assemblies, but there is no two bodies. Now if I update into this model the body, let's say for example I change the color, or I move the sphere. I put it. I cannot move the sphere this way. Or I put. I just trying to understand. Okay. I can change the material, whatever. And save it. Right, so that's all has changed. Because I changed Fusion. And now if I upload everything into Taack, so third assembly, there is a new version because I uploaded one of its body. But if we look at this model here, yes, we use this version, and when we look at this version, we have two versions, and when we look at the other assembly, it uses another version of the 0 version. The features are not the same because, in fact, we have two versions of the same body, and so each assembly has kept its correct version. I don't know if it's clear. I cannot really explain more because, in fact, what does that mean is that if you edit a body that is used in many assemblies, there's only updated assemblies will use the latest version. Maybe it is wanted. Maybe people want another behavior. Maybe we can add a button here into the assembly to say, okay, take the latest version of its body linked to my assembly. I don't know. Now I want to keep it very simple, and if someone wants to update the bodies into an assembly, he has to do it manually. This way it's very simple for me to develop. Okay, I think that's all. It's a pretty long video. I hope you enjoy seeing it. See you for the next version. Bye.